So basically the premise is that being trans is like being a flat earther. It's the same kind of delusion. So I'm a delusional individual and nothing that I say should be treated seriously. And we're just gonna hear Asmongold explain in this 2-minute clip, okay? It's gonna be great. Finally you'll understand why I'm the way I am.
No, the transgender ideology stuff is not a mountain out of a molehill.
Yeah, the transgender ideology is craze is real, okay? Being against trans people is not a mountain out of a molehill. It's true, yeah. Trans people are just evil.
It's basically a molehill that people are just fixated on. I know that it's a very small issue, but I would view it in the same way as I view flat Earth.
There you go. Trans issues are to be viewed the same way that flat Earth is to be viewed. What about gay rights? Does does Asmongold view being gay the same way as flat Earth?
The reality is that if I knew somebody believed in flat Earth, that would completely disqualify them in my mind from being a decision maker for anything else.
There you go. So
Because
so what's the logical leap there? What is the
their decision making faculties have been compromised. And I think transgender is another good example of that, especially whenever it comes to minors and it comes to sports.
There you go. If you're trans, then you should not be able to make decisions on anything. Your decision making has been compromised, and everybody should dismiss you on any topic at all. You should be dismissed because you're a trans. You're delusional, and your decision making has been compromised. Especially when it comes to minors and sports for some reason. I have no clue why those things in particular. I have no clue why sports in particular makes a person's decision making extra compromised. Maybe it's because it's a loud topic, trans people in sports. It's a loud topic and therefore it's just, it is just common sense, I guess.
What it really is it's a benchmark of this person is this delusional that they think this thing that is so far removed from reality that it provides a frame of reference that this person cannot be allowed to operate and be expected to operate as a rational actor.
Yeah, basically, I just decided that if you're trans, then you're removed from reality. All medical consensus be damned, because I guess all the doctors, all the medical fields that affirms trans people is just delusional. It's just a bunch of delusional doctors that should be excluded from any decision making whatsoever. And Asmongold here has decided that if you're trans, then you're just completely removed from reality. Well, maybe not completely, but once you believe that minors can be trans and that trans people can participate in sports, now then you're completely removed from reality, and you're too far gone to make any decisions on any topic.
It's illogical. It's completely illogical. That's the reason why
Why is it illogical? What is so illogical about it? You have to explain it to me. You cannot just assert that it's illogical without explaining why. You cannot just wave it away and say it's just common sense. You have to explain it. You cannot just wave away the entire field of gender studies and gender theory and say, "Oh yeah, it's just illogical." It's illogical because it does not make sense to me personally. And whatever does not make sense to me personally is of course illogical because it's just common sense, right? It's just common sense.
the transgender issue matters so much. It's like people who believe the earth is 6,000 years old, or people that believe it's flat.
Yeah, exactly. All the uneducated doctors that diagnose people with gender dysphoria, that's just like believing that the earth is 6,000 years old. It's exactly the same. It's just silly delusion, isn't it?
Or people that believe that there's like lizards living in the center of the earth and they're the ones controlling everybody here.
Yeah, of course. It's completely analogous and it makes perfect sense. Lettuce says, I would totally trust with people's decision making to a guy who gags at the taste of water.
Like, these ideals are just so batshit crazy stupid that they provide a frame of reference that disqualifies that type of a person.
Okay, you have to explain why it's batshit stupid crazy. You have to explain what is so batshit stupid crazy about it. You cannot just say that it is so and leave it at that and say, okay, I said it's stupid, therefore it's stupid. There you go. I've done it. I've just you haven't said anything. This little clip is 2 minutes long, but he has not said anything. Lettuce says, oh yeah, and that's a coincidence that people who believe Earth is 6,000 years old are also transphobes. I mean,
from having the opinion on anything else.
but yes, I guess I cannot have an opinion on anything else. I'm trans. I don't think that that trans people playing in sports is a big deal. And I do believe that trans minors exist. So I guess I'm the worst type of trans. I'm the type of trans that should be completely banned from any type of decision making. I should be barred from any type of decision making. Period. I'm not fit. I'm not. My faculties are not there. I'm a flat earther, basically.
For every
That's
American in this country. If not for the injunctions case, we would be here talking about another great decision that came down today.
It's an
the
indication of
Trans Books
broken
case,
logic.
which
Yes.
What is the broken logic? You cannot just point at some broken logic without explaining what the broken logic is. The whole idea behind logic is that you can explain why the logic is broken and what the logic is supposed to be. You cannot decide whether to dress up in the morning. I mean, that's why I text people about it, you know? I text people and I ask, should I dress up? Should I not dress up? And once they make that decision for me, then the adventure of asking them what I should wear begins. That's true. Like, come on. That is the laziest crap ever. You cannot just say, oh, it's broken logic. Okay, why? What is the logic and why is it broken?
restores parents' rights to decide their child's education. Seems like a basic idea, but it took the Supreme Court to set the record straight, and we thank them for that.
Oh, so it's horrible, actually. Parents should not be deciding on their children's education because that leads to parents being able to just decide that, oh yeah, we're going to teach our kids that the earth is actually 6,000 years old or that the earth is flat because I'm a parent and I'm just deciding my children's education. I decided that I'm going to teach my children that evolution is fake and that it was all designed by the watchmaker, God, or whatever. It's just, yeah. Parents should not be the decision makers when it comes to curriculum of children. I know it's a hot take, but no, it's not. It's not a hot take. It should be the most obvious take in the world.
And now that ruling allows parents to opt out of dangerous trans ideology and make the decision.
How is trans ideology dangerous? Why is the idea of trans people existing dangerous? And why does of course I know why of course I know why Asmongold here is nodding here like an idiot. But what exactly is so dangerous about children learning about trans people existing?
For their children that they believe is correct. And so we think
they should not be teaching transgenderism in anything other than maybe the last year of high school.
Why? What's the reason? What is the rationale behind this? Why should children not learn that trans people exist? Well, what the hell is the logic here? What is there so controversial that about children learning that trans people exist that they have to learn about it at the last year of high school? Transgenderism is a ridiculous term. Like, I dismiss it. Anybody that uses the term transgenderism, I just dismiss out of hand. Okay? Because it's not there's no such thing as transgenderism. Sure, says Lettuce. They shouldn't learn about religion till last year of high school either then. True. Ridiculous. That's just silly. That's just a bunch of... Like, I hate it when people like this just assert things without needing to explain, or rather without feeling the need to explain or lay out the logic, or where they feel the logic is being broken, quote unquote, and why teaching children about trans issues or trans people existing at all is so dangerous.
Children should not be getting exposed to transgender ideology.
What does that even mean? What does that mean, children being exposed to transgender ideology? What is transgender ideology to begin with? I would like I would like a clear definition of what trans ideology, quote unquote, even is. Trans people, is it asserting that trans people exist? Is that already under the umbrella of trans ideology? So should children not be exposed to the fact that trans people actually exist in the world? Is that the line? What about gay people? What about homosexualism? Should children also not be exposed to that? I know the answer to that one. Yes, the answer, of course, from Asmongold will be yes, children should also not be exposed to the fact that gay people exist. Because people like Asmongold see trans people or gay people for that matter as abnormalities. And children should not be exposed to abnormalities. That is the logic behind this. Lettuce says children should not be exposed to Asmongold ideology. True. Fake Alec Kyle Parker says trans people don't exist. I'm just hallucinating, Lucy. True. That is true. I'm just a figment of your imagination. Then again, I'm not in the position to make any decisions on anything, period, because I'm trans. So there you go. That's our segment. That's our first segment